Welcome to the Dock and Carrick Shannon. My name is Aisling Clark and I'm delighted to be joined by local group Gan Ainm, where we have Katie Moreau, Louise Gaffney, Tara Noone and Fiachra Guihen, who will be joined later by the master of flute and tin whistle, Mr. Padraig Sweeney. So the Carry the Tunes series is essentially about how the music has been passed on from generation to generation and how it's shared in the community, how it relates to its place and its geography and how it's immersed in culture. So I'm going to hand you back to the lads and they're going to give us a set of tunes.
1, 2. Thanks very much. So that was a set, one of our most recent sets. It's a set of tunes that I picked up in college down when I was studying music in the University of Limerick. The first one is a slide called Slide for Guihen, and then the second one is a tune called The Green Lane. So we'd like to welcome our special guest now up with us today, and that's Padraig Sweeney. So Porrick was my first teacher, and I think all of our own first teachers, so we'd love to have Porrick up for us a few tunes.
thanks for coming on stage with us and joining us today. So yeah, we've been playing with Porrick probably, God, all of our lives. Kind of. Geez, when did we meet you first? I suppose I was in school.
Yeah, I started 17 years ago when I was 7 in Strabragan School with Porrick. Came in to do the classes there, and then kind of went through the ranks, I suppose.
Yeah.
Slowly, up to the house class, where I probably met the girls then.
Yeah, that was probably where we all met.
We would have been one of your favourite students, Porrick.
Absolutely.
We met you first, Tara, in the dock, was it?
Probably Katie first of all would have been.
First class here upstairs.
I think that's where I would have met Tara here, actually, at
And
one of
we
your
all went to
classes.
the dock,
Yeah.
They met the two of you then in Anaduff School.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was some nickname we had, some funny way of talking to you, Katie Moreau and Anya McHugh.
It always stuck as well. I don't think that ever left.
No,
So you were about 7 then as well.
Yeah,
Anyway.
so it all started with yourself, Porrick. It's
Picked
all
up
thanks
as
to you.
go.
You've had quite a few along the way as well, other than us.
I've had a few,
Busy man.
I enjoyed every minute of it though. It's not over yet, I don't
No,
think. You know?
absolutely
Not by a
not.
long shot.
Plenty more to come.
I hope to do a bit more before I up the heavens start up there.
No,
The money might be great up there though,
Yeah, you might play for free for them.
We'll play a few reels.
Yeah, we
Porrick.
started, I suppose, then we went into go to Loch Allen then.
That's right.
When you matured, when you get to the house
yeah.
class.
That's right.
The house classes were about the mature students. So then we started a band, Go Through Loch Allen, and that went from strength to strength.
Yeah, that's kind of.
It has.
We had a few in that.
It has. We're starting again from scratch now. It is really. When they come of age, then you all went off to secondary school, and then you started Gan Ainm.
Yeah.
It's a huge success story, and it makes my job worthwhile when I see the way you took off in the group after learning a bit in Culture Canon. Then you put your own stamp on the music, and you put your own stamp on your group. You give it a bit of rip and a bit of lift, which was needed for what you're doing in pubs and that, But I have to say I'm very proud of you guys.
Well, that's good. Thanks, Porrick.
Could have
I
done a
that
life
from my
before.
heart, I get a bit
I
emotional.
suppose, like,
To talk about it. There's been a lot of water under the bridge since we started, and there's been all different takes on what I've done. And we've had a few All-Ireland champions, which was it was magic as well, a different road altogether.
Yeah.
It's the series, Flam music. But that brought a lot of happiness. But every pupil that played a bit of music, it happens to me anyway, It was, when you go into the schools, you're not given the good ones. You're given people
Everything,
that
I
don't want
suppose.
to be. You just sit off at a load of pupils, and a lot of them mightn't want to be there, but you have to do your best with them as well, So that's when patience comes in, That took years to develop.
And it's lovely to come full circle and have you back playing with the sports.
Thanks very much for asking me. It's just a lovely gesture, and I feel great to actually be doing it with you,
So we wouldn't be here without you. So
Yeah, I have to say, when I started, Porrick was the only one teaching music around.
Yeah.
There wasn't a
that's
whole
it.
lot really of music, but Porrick, only
Got
for
it going.
yourself, was teaching. I don't know, would I be playing anyway? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I
That's what
definitely
started us off,
only for
Probably
school.
not, yeah.
I definitely
So
wouldn't be.
only for you too, to be fair.
Yeah.
Handing it on,
But yeah, exactly.
isn't that it?
My music started in a small country cottage just below Leitrim village, between Leitrim village and Keeju, a place called Drumboylan. And that was it. There wasn't much finances around them times, and times were hard. But we all played music except my older sister Kathleen, who died at the age of 21 from asthma. But we all played music, and there's good memories of that as well. If anybody came to the area, Yankees or people come from America, we were called upon. So we were. Father Ray Brown was the priest in the parish at the time, and he was a great man for promoting what we done. And he was into drama big time as well, and he would have set us up with instruments and that. And if the drama troupe was travelling in different parts of the country, we'd travel with them, and there might be a bit of an interval with a bit of music, and then there'd be a clear the floor, and then there'd be a Cayley afterwards. You know?
That's class.
So there was no rules to it, like, you know. But that was it, you know. But that was my father died in '75, and we didn't record. The sad thing about it all is we haven't recorded any of his music. The only way we have his music now is I've handed it on to these guys, and they're going to keep handing it down and spreading the word out there, you know. So it'll never be lost, you know. So he had a huge repertoire of music. He didn't play by note. He just took out the fiddle and away he went, you know. And that was it, you know. So
we play a few reels. These reels that we're going to play were kind of like the staple reels. I feel like when we were in the house class, they were like the first few I ever learned anyway. In George White's and Martin Mulhay's, I feel like they were always played in the group.
They were a good Kyoto set, Kyoto Loch Allen set.
The first two jigs would be, as old as I can remember, there would be the Battering Ram and Paddy's Return. They would be the first tunes I would have learned, first jigs I would have heard, like, you know. Yeah. So that's why we dug them out. They're not fashionable nowadays, you know, but they are. We need to bring all the old stuff back to the surface and keep it alive, you know. So
we'll go first.
Okay.
You'll take us off there, Pádraig. Lead us off.
George White's favourite.
Thanks, Porrick.
So we're going to do a song for you now. This one is called Isle of Hope. So it probably would have been one of the first songs that I would have learnt anyways. When we were playing with Porrick as well at gigs and stuff, I think it was the only song I could sing. So we kind of got really sick of it after a while. So after a long few years with being left in a corner, we decided we'd bring it back tonight. So this is Isle of Hope, and hope you enjoy. On the first day of January 1892, they opened Ellis Island and they let the people through. And the first to cross the threshold of the Isle of Hope and Tears was Annie Moore from Ireland, who was all of 15 years. I love hope, I love tears, I love freedom, I love fears, but it's not the Isle you've left behind. That Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind. In that little bag she carried all her past and history, and her dreams for the future in the land of liberty. And courage is the passport when your whole world disappears, 'cause there's no future in the past when you're only 15 years. I love hope, I love tears, I love freedom, I love fears, but it's not the Isle you've left behind. That Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind. When they closed down Ellis Island in 1943, 17 million people had come there for sanctuary. Springtime when I came here and I stepped on to its piers, I thought of how it must have been when you're only 15 years. I love hope, I love tears, I love freedom, I love fears, but it's not the Isle you've left behind. That Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind. Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind.
Lovely, Tara. Yeah, I suppose like Tara said, that's probably one of the first songs we ever heard her sing. Well, I did anyway. Yeah. And then I suppose when the first gig we ever really got was it Paddy's Day in a pub in Carrick?
2017,
and, yeah, 2017. And it was Jim Butler had needed someone to cover it or something, and we just threw a few of us together, and I remember Tara whipping out all these songs that I had never didn't realise the range that she had. So yeah, that was our first gig as a band. And I suppose, Fiachra, when did you join us? We went through a few guitar players before we landed with Fiachra.
As I just said, they were badly stuck when they came to me.
And as we say, Fiachra saved Gan Ainm.
Oh no.
It was
must be,
definitely a good
is it 3 or
addition.
4 years? Would it be?
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
is.
Definitely.
I feel like all of 2018 you were with us for the summer, because
Possibly.
that was probably our busiest summer for gigs and that. But yeah, and it kind of went from there. You know, all these opportunities started popping up for us, and we were definitely really supported by local businesses as well. And, you know, the pubs in the community really kind of took us under their wing, and they were definitely a big addition. We wouldn't be anywhere really without them. But yeah, that was kind of the start of the journey, and little gigs here and there.
Yeah.
This set of jigs that we're about to do, there's three jigs in it: Josie's Visit, Katie's Jig, and Darby the Driver. So they were probably one of the first sets we really put together ourselves. We're probably playing them since 2018. So yeah, they are probably one of the first we ever, but we still play them. You kind of get used to playing the same tunes again and again. So
They would have probably came from different places too, didn't they?
Yeah, I
Maybe
know
some
that
from,
first
definitely from Porrick's class.
Josie's Visit came from Michael Hurley's class in a Joe Mooney summer school.
Yeah,
For sure.
I think Darby the Driver was a Joe Mooney school as well.
I actually heard Aisling Clark playing Darby the Driver in Padraig Sweeney's classes, and I think I picked it up from her. I think I associate that one with Aisling anyway.
I suppose another thing to say there, a bit of promo, that's on our CD as well. So we got 2 years ago now, I suppose, actually.
Yeah, I suppose it would be.
2 years ago we recorded a CD and our debut album. But that's one of the sets on it. Of course, we couldn't leave it out, like, you know. Yeah.
It had to be included.
That was fairly big deal in our
It
little
was cool,
career.
yeah, it was a great experience,
class.
like, even just to get into a studio
exactly.
and use like proper
Never done
equipment and all that, so
Yeah, it was a good day out.
one of the highlights, a great day out,
Long
and
day
we're
out.
that good, we got it done in a day. Like.
Right, we play
Yeah, we play it now after all the chat.
So I think next we're going to play a few reels. We're going to play 3 reels. Road to Ballymac, Éana's Fancy and Miss McLeod's reel. So they're reels we've collected over time in different places, probably a few from Porrick's house. A lot of them come from there. Definitely sessions, great sessions that we'd play these tunes at regularly. Yeah, and different places. So we love this set. The second tune is a Sean Gilrain tune, and it's one of my favourite tunes personally. So yeah, we're going to go ahead with these, and hopefully you'll enjoy.
So we're going to do another song for you now. This one is called The Lakes of Pontchartrain. So my version that I came across was Paul Brady's version, and then Fiachra came across another version from the Tumbling Paddies. So we kind of decided to do our own kind of twist on it. So I don't know if you'll enjoy it or not, but we'll give it a go. Also, this was the first song that I eventually convinced all of these to do a few harmonies. So it took a few years, but how many years? 4 years now? But we're going to give this one a go for you anyways, so we hope you enjoy.
It was one bright March morning, I bid New Orleans adieu, and I took the road to Jackson Town, my fortune to reach.
about to finish up now. It's our last set of reels. So this first one is actually written by Fiachra here beside us. So it's called the Cracked Windscreen. So that's his tune, and it's followed by one Michael Goldrick tune, The Road to Rogie. So and then the final one is by Brian Finnegan, I think. It's called Night Right Armagh. So we took it from the band Can, who play like a really cool fusion kind of Irish music. So I suppose we were going to really say thank you to the doc here for having us. We are delighted to be asked and to be involved in something that will be really crucial to keeping Irish music going and to look back for the tunes and the stories behind them. So it's been great to be involved, and we're delighted to have a part in it, and enjoyed these last few. So thank you.